HT Smartcast.
You are listening to a Mint production brought to you by HT Smartcast.
Good morning. You're listening to Mint Business News with me, Gopika Gopakumar. Hope you had a restful weekend. Here are the main headlines to kickstart your Monday morning. Reliance Industries is set to make a $5.7 billion non-binding offer to acquire a controlling stake in T-Mobile Netherlands BV, the country's largest telecom operator. RIL is expected to make the offer within a month and has begun shortlisting lenders to fund the transaction. Several top foreign banks are forming a syndicate for financing the acquisition. That's a Mint exclusive. India will explore whether it could bridge the gaps between its Indian accounting standards and international financial reporting standards by removing some of the carve-outs introduced while adopting the global norms 5 years ago. India began adopting Ind AS gradually from 1st of April 2016, replacing the earlier GAAP or the general accepted accounting principles. Ind AS is mostly based on IFRS. However, given India's legal framework and the practices followed in different sectors, some variations, also called carve-outs, were introduced. IRDAI has granted the final approval for the demerger of the general insurance business of Bharti AXA General Insurance Company to ICICI Lombard by way of a scheme of arrangement. The demerger and transfer of general insurance business, as envisaged in the scheme, shall be effective within 3 days from the date of the final approval. The Carlyle Group has reached an agreement with a group of banks to raise over $1 billion to support its planned acquisition of Mumbai-based Hexaware Technologies. Carlyle has emerged as the preferred bidder for Baring Private Equity Asia-owned IT service firm Hexaware for a $3 billion acquisition. If successful, it would be winning a competitive bidding process against peers, including KKR and Bain Capital, as well as French company Teleperformance SE for Hexaware. That's a Mint exclusive again. Petronet LNG, India's largest gas importer, plans to set up a petrochemical complex at Dahej in Gujarat as it looks to make a foray into high-margin business to hedge gas trading risks. Flipkart co-founder Sachin Bansal has moved Madras High Court to challenge a show-cause notice by Enforcement Directorate over alleged violation of foreign investment laws amounting to 23,000 crore rupees. The petition by Bansal before the High Court seeks to quash the notice as illegal and arbitrary. Moving on to markets, Indian indices may open flat in trade today. Data on mutual fund flows in India is due this week and will give update on the market sentiment in August. Latest export numbers from China, which have reported a slowdown of late, will be watched by global markets. Producer price inflation data from the US will serve as a gauge of logistics constraints that are choking supply chains across the world. And in business term of the day, we look at accounting standard. Accounting standards can be any form of statement which consists of rules and guidelines issued by the accounting institutions for the preparation of uniform and consistent financial statements. This also includes disclosures required by the different users of accounting information. Indian Accounting Standard is the accounting standard adopted by companies in India and issued under the supervision of Accounting Standards Board, which was constituted as a body in the year 1977. MCA, or the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, has to spell out the accounting standards applicable for companies in India. Well, with that, it's a wrap on today's edition. Have a great start to the week. Stay safe, keep smiling. See you tomorrow.
This was a Mint production brought to you by HT Smartcast.
HT Smartcast.